Hey guys, I'm back at school today, so if you can hear that loud sound, it is the air conditioner, and if you're in my first period, you will recognize that sound. So we are gonna do Friday's assignment. Yes, today's Friday. These are gonna be conversions today. You have two different assignments that you have to do, but they're not that many problems in the assignment, so it won't take long, and that's kind of what we would do in class if we had class today. So I thought obviously that we would be back at school, but we will not be. So we're gonna press ahead with this math that may get a little tough to learn over the next few days, but it's only 1 week of it, so it's not gonna kill us. We're gonna start with time conversions. All these math problems that we're doing are all standards, like they're all things we would be learning anyway, except these right here. These time conversions I only use to let us get used to how we set up conversion problems. Conversion problems, we're trying to switch from one unit to another. So I start with time so that you guys can like get a handle on how to set up the problems, okay? So this says convert 4,219 minutes to hours. And that's a conversion that y'all could do without setting it up, just punch it in the calculator, and I realize that. Just know that I want you to work them out, not to figure out how many hours it is, but to learn how to set up conversion problems. So yes, show your work, even though you don't have to, really. So it says convert 4,219 minutes to hours. The minutes and the hours are the units that we're doing. We're starting with the unit minutes. We want to go to hours. So you need to have some kind of conversion factor that relates minutes to hours, and that's what this part down here is. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, which we all hopefully know. When we set these problems up, we're gonna do kind of what I call like a fence here. You can call it whatever you want, boxes. But that's how we will set up all of our conversion problems. You have specific things that go in each box, and I put it in the notes that I'll post also. In this box is always gonna be the number that we start with, like the number that I give you in the question. So let me go down here and do another one. So the number that I start with in the question, let's see, the question is going to be whatever I give you to convert. So convert 4219 minutes. That's what we'll put here, 4219 minutes. Okay. This one down here is always going to be blank for us. It's not always like in higher level classes or if we had a longer class, but for now it's blank. So nothing there. Here on this side is going to be the conversion factor, okay? So it's going to be one side of the equal sign on the top, one side of the equal sign on the bottom. You want to match your units diagonally. So like if I have hours right here, which I don't, I have minutes, so never mind. If I have minutes right here, you want to put the minutes down here diagonally. Those things have to match diagonally. And on the notes, I wrote it and I said something like units match diagonally. Okay, so they have to match diagonally like that. And then whatever is left of the equal sign will just go on the top. That's going to be the unit that we are converting to. The unit we are converting to. So we want to convert to hours. Hours would have to be right here, okay? It seems kind of complicated. After you do a few, they're pretty easy, which is typical of our class. So 4219 minutes is what I gave you, and then we want to put 1 hour and 60 minutes on the top and bottom here. All you have to do is decide which side of the equal sign goes on top, which one goes on bottom. Since I have minutes right here, like I said, we want to match it diagonally. You want to put the minutes side on the bottom. So you go up here to the equals and you pick the side that has minutes, which is 60 minutes, and put it right here on the bottom. Whatever's left, what we didn't use, which is 1 hour, will go on the top. Okay, abbreviations really don't matter here. And that's it. We're gonna hit equals. To solve this, there's a specific way to solve it that we need to do every single time, regardless of how this is set up. So I wrote it on the notes, when the notes are a little more organized than this, which is fine. You always want to multiply by the top number and divide by the bottom number every time that we plug this in. So you're going to start at this one in your calculator, 4219, which, let's get it over here, 4219 in the calculator. You're going to multiply by the top number, so that's times 1, which obviously for us like doesn't change, and then you're going to divide by the bottom. So I'm going to divide by 60. So that is 70.31 blah blah blah. We can round, right? It doesn't matter. 70.3, there's a big glare. 70.3 is fine with me. And then the last thing that you want to do is put a unit on your answer here. So whenever you set these things up diagonally, they cancel out. Kind of like if you put like an x squared over x, some of those x's are going to cancel. If it's diagonal, it cancels. So like minutes cancels, minutes cancels. Whatever unit is up here that you're left in is your answer unit. So that means that 4,219 minutes is equal to 70.3 hours, which again, we can do quicker, but this is not to learn time, it's to learn the conversion process. Here's one more example to convert 2.7 days into hours. You're gonna start with your little fence thing here. You're gonna start with what I give you in the question to convert, 2.7 days. There. And then this one's blank. And then your conversion factor, the equals part, 1 day equals 24 hours, which I gave you on all the questions. I gave you that part. It goes here. One side of the equals on top, one side on the bottom. So then we're gonna match them up diagonally to see which side goes on the bottom. This says days, which means we want days on the bottom, okay? It doesn't matter that that's days with an S and that's just a single, that doesn't matter. So day on the bottom, so you go up here and find the side that has day, which is 1, and put it right there. Then whatever's left, which is 24 hours, goes on the top, okay? And that should match the unit we're trying to convert to. So when I solve this, I've got your number here that you start with, which is 2.7. 2.7. You're gonna multiply by the top number. This time we do have a number up there, so times 24. And divided by the bottom number, which is divided by 1, which won't change anything. So that gives me 64.8. You can round a bit on like bigger ones, but at least leave 1 decimal place. And then your unit is whatever is up here because they cancel if they are diagonal. Days cancels, so now we have hours. This is the first part of Friday's assignment, time conversions. There's just a few problems, so try to set them up like this on this little 4-part chart. Please let me know if you have any questions because I know it's way easier to learn this in a classroom than with my awkward iPhone videos. So good luck.